From the Business Setup tab in the Administration menu, click on Business Hours, and then click on the three-dot menu, followed by Add New Duration-Based Rule. We'll start off by adding a generic title for this rule, and then we'll add in 3 different times by clicking the Add Experience Duration and Billing button 3 times. We'll want to change this to a different experience type. In this case, we're going to choose VR Experience, and we're going to enter in the times for this experience, these experiences, followed by entering in the pricing for each of these experience sessions. Enter in a tax if it's applicable for your location, and then add in the open time and close time of this specific rule. Keep in mind that the open and close times are only specific to this rule and may not necessarily match your hours exactly. For this rule, we're going to use 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and we're going to choose a time frame that is before today and far into the future, because this is going to be our general day-to-day rule. We're going to choose the days of the week that this is applicable, and it's going to only be applicable from Monday through Friday, which means we'll want to update our title. We'll make it weekday morning hours. For allow overlap, you'll want to choose yes if you want to make sure all your rules work harmoniously. If you want to have a specific rule override all other rules, then choose the no option. Enter in the maximum number of games to be played during a session, leave blank or leave it at 0 to have it unlimited. Enter in the cleaning amount of time, leave it to 0 to just ignore it. If you want to apply any discounts, you can choose those here and use the drop-down menu to choose them, keeping in mind that all discounts also have their own set of rules in terms of days of the week, etc. You'll want to watch our discount video to see how to set those up. We're going to remove discounts for now because we won't have any discounts during our general hours. Enter in some voice announcements. Keep in mind that the final announcement will be different than the other ones and can be set up in the customization section. Add in the game categories that you want to add to this session. Click on Save. And you'll see we have our new rule, weekday morning hours. We're going to copy this to do weekday afternoon hours. We'll start by changing the title. And we're going to update the prices to be a little bit more expensive. We'll also want to change the open and close time to 2 p.m. and 10 p.m. Again, this will match your hours accordingly. Save on that. And you'll see we have a different rule that runs from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. with different pricing. We're now going to add in our weekend hours. So I'll copy this. Change this to weekend hours. And we're going to up our prices just a little bit more. We're going to change our time to 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. because this will run all weekend. And by clicking on the days here, it'll reverse the checkboxes here and apply only for Saturday and Sunday. Again, nothing else has changed except for the pricing and the time. Click on Save. And you'll see now that we have different pricing for our weekend hours versus our weekday hours, which also have different pricing from morning to afternoon. We'll add in one more rule. We'll call this one Parties. Again, add in 3 different times and change our experience type to Parties. Enter in our times and enter in our cost. Keeping in mind this is generally a multiple station rental, so our prices will be according. Our opening time will be 10 a.m., close time will be 10 p.m. to match our normal business hours. and will run from prior to today to sometime far in the future. This rule will run every day, and we want it to work harmoniously with everything else. Enter in cleaning time, enter in the voice announcements, and enter in the available games. In this case, we've created a parties game category, so we'll use that one for this particular experience type. And click on Save. You'll see we now have 3 different experience types showing: immersive, VR experience, and parties, all with their own set of rules. If we go to our arcade, you'll see that we now have VR experience, parties, and immersive showing up under our station. And clicking on each will present us with a different set of hours that will be applicable. And that is how you create your work hour rules for your arcade.